I'm on tonight, Annette. Hey, I'm not jamming for backstage tonight.
Yeah, you jamming. All right. If you're going to jam,
You know,
let us
jam
know.
at least jam on camera. Hello, Annette. How are you
Oh,
doing?
I'm good. Peachy.
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 Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to Can We Talk? You've tuned into Can We Talk, brought to you by your co-hosts, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L of Movement Worldwide. We are the movement. We're a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. Yes, we are a movement to move. We want to help you thrust into your purpose so you can. I'm laughing at you and then how you have to do the lips. We want to help you thrust into your purpose so that you can start living the best version of yourself and win. We tapped into some winning information. We have some winners resources. We're seated at the winners table and we invite you, Sharon, Connie, and everybody else who hasn't spoken yet. We invite you to come along with us, right, Annette?
That is so right. You know what I've learned? I'm learning something every day of my life is even when you feel sometimes not at your best, it's like when you know you're going to be impactful and tell somebody about how they can make it, kind of gives you that extra umph. And so we just want to invite you to this night to come and sit at the table. We got so much room. In fact, we got a lot of empty chairs. So come and sit with us.
Come and sit with us. Hey, but like the saints used to say, come sit at the table where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is going on.
Yes.
They had some prayers for you, didn't they?
Yes.
Yes. And as we say so often, good people, we are not psychologists, but what are we, Annette?
Lifeologists.
We are lifeologists. Yes. We've lived, we've experienced some things, we've been through some stuff, we survived some stuff. Let me tell you, talk about survival. We have survived, we have lived, we have gone through, and I don't think there's just about anything that you can say you've experienced that we haven't. We have definitely been there and back. So we're here to tell you that we like to have a great conversation that is designed to encourage, empower, and motivate you. And we like to have it from a practical standpoint. And tonight is all about us having fun. We like to come on and have a little fun. We like to come on and do our little discussions, have a little fun, impart some word, and drop the tea, because we do have tea. But before we do that, hi Francesca, hi Connie and Connie, Constance and Connie, hi Elder. Hi. What we like to do before we get started is to invite you to do a couple of things. One, the video that you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube. We have two different pages on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook page, please hit that like button. If you're watching on Facebook group, please hit that like button or the heart button, whatever it is that you want to press. Please push the button. On YouTube, please go down and hit that thumbs up. The other thing we want you to do is we want you to click that arrow. There's always an arrow that just points to the other side. That arrow is just not there for decoration. It's there for you to share. So click that arrow, share this to your page, share it to your Facebook page, share it to your in your DM. You can DM people like I'm doing right now as I'm hitting the arrow and I'm all in my messenger on Facebook and I'm DMing people as I go. Every week I do the same thing. So a lot of y'all be getting some DMs from me like, oh gosh, Anita, here she come with another message. Yes, I do. I will DM everybody, Lottie Dottie and everybody till you come on and chill with us on Can We Talk. So please hit that arrow, invite somebody, text somebody, send them the link from YouTube and text message. Let them know, like, listen, these chicks are on and they got some stuff. They talking about some things. So invite someone and make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe and invite your friends to subscribe. We need to hit those subscribers up. We get ready to start marketing so we can get ourselves up because we just been kind of chilling on here. But let me tell you something. We're about to take it to the next level. And we love it that you all are in on the ground floor with us because y'all been riding with us and we appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are movers and we love y'all to pieces. So we thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, and sharing. But the other thing you can do is you can sow a seed. We are a nonprofit organization. And every dime that comes into this ministry, it goes towards some awesome move that we are doing. And listen, we are still collecting and sending items to the victims of the hurricane in Laplace. It is not over, people. Just because you don't see it in the news doesn't mean it's over. It is far from over because people still have not gotten a dime from FEMA. I just have you know that. Not a dime. So imagine losing your entire house and not getting a dime from FEMA, and the money was being released months and months and months ago. They haven't gotten anything. I can tell you that from the horse's mouth, because I have 13 family members that were affected. So please, ma'am, please, sir, you can sow a seed into Movement Worldwide via Cash App. Our Cash App is $ Movement Worldwide. Or you can become a patron where you're giving an amount each month. We have a patron account. How do I become a patron? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. You ask great questions. When you go to our website, movementworldwide.org, and there's a red button that says become a patron. Or you can go to patreon.com/movement worldwide. Either way, I think I text the link even tonight. So you can hit that link in your text message, or you can hit that link on the website, and it'll take you to patreon.com where you can set up your account and set your own amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day. But whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. All of our patrons have given more than the amount that we asked for, and we thank you. We are so grateful. But we're grateful no matter what the amount. We're just grateful for the fact that you are sowing a seed. If it's $1, $10, $100, we don't care. It's good seed in good soil, and we pray that it returns 100-fold. And guess what? If you don't give a dime, the fact that y'all here, we love that we're able to do this right here. Driving yet listening, Grace Union completion. Hello, Anita. Hello, our mover. Anita is a mover, y'all. She is a mover and a shaker. Let me tell you something. She got a lot going on. Sister be pinging me in rooms. I be like, Anita, what you into, girl? She got some stuff going on, y'all. Y'all better follow Anita. She got some stuff going on. Let me tell you something. The millionaire's mindset. I'm telling you, sister got it. So, with all that being said, good people, make sure you sow a seed. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. All those good things. And listen, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Movement Worldwide. You can also email us at info@movementworldwide.org. And you can text us. You can text the word movers to 474747. And we will make sure that you know anytime that we are online, and we'll even send you links. Yes, that's movers to 474747. God bless you. God bless you, my sister. God bless you, my sister. Hello, Ida. So, without further ado, we're ready. We're ready. You ready, Annette?
I'm ready.
I think I'm ready. Yeah, I need it. When I see that, bless you, it reminds me of something when I saw Anita put that up. Inside joke, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, so we have our transformational topic. That's the first thing that we do on Wednesday nights with Can We Talk, is we take idioms and phrases and we deal with them from a practical standpoint, bring in some scripture, and really help you to kind of see things from a different perspective. Our topic tonight is don't downgrade your dreams. We are all getting that.
Don't.
If you've been with us from the beginning, then you'll know that we are very big on mindset. Our biggest thing, even, exactly when we first started, I just say I'm ready. I need to say I'm ready. I'm ready. When we first started Movement Worldwide, and that you got these comments.
Okay.
When we first started Movement Worldwide, from the beginning, for those of you who've been with us, some of y'all have been riding with us the whole way. And some of y'all just came on. We don't care. We just love you anyway. You'll know that we were very big on mindset. We promote that you get past your limiting beliefs, change your way of thinking, and show up for the purpose. One of our sayings is show up, engage, and win. You got to show up. And when you show up, you got to do something. You can't just show up and stand there. No, you have to engage. And when you show up and engage, you win. But a lot of times when we show up, some things happen. Sometimes we face with obstacles that start to chip away at our thoughts through two things: fear and doubt. Hello, Axel. We hear him barking in the background. Through fear and doubt. And let me tell you something. It is heavy. It's a heavy weight to carry. It weighs you down. It makes you question everything. I mean, you start questioning, why are you doing what you're doing? You start questioning did God really call me? I mean, I don't know how many times we've had those. And then about 2 or 3 months in, I started questioning, like,
I was.
You can't turn around then. It's like you're at the point of no return. And I'm talking about after preaching a couple of times, you start asking yourself that question and questioning whether or not you're smart enough, you know enough. Maybe you need to go and, I had this thing, maybe I just need to go read the whole Bible before I accept my calling. Child, please. You can read 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. You still ain't going to get everything.
Oh, no.
So you start to question. You start off on fire, then you hit an obstacle. And instead of trying to figure it out and how to move past it, what we do, Annette, is we have the tendency to change the trajectory of our course because of these two weights.
Yeah.
And when we do that, when we start to change the trajectory, here comes the downgrade. We start backtracking. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me slow down. Let me slow my roll. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done this and I shouldn't have done that. And then you start asking people who don't have a clue about what God told you to do. And you start getting all these opinions, and then you end up confused because you don't let Lottie Dottie and everybody come in and cause you to re-envision the vision that God gave you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, Connie? I know you feel me, Grace Union Completion. I know you feel me, Arnita. I know you feel me, Ida, because this is what happens. I've been so guilty of that. I know what God told me, what God showed me, but then I'm going to ask somebody else, what you think? Oh, God. Oh, I want to go, psh, psh, psh. I want to punch myself because it's so pathetic sometimes when we allow ourselves to start questioning who we are and our calling and our purpose because we have allowed the seed of fear and doubt to come in. Fear is a thief, and they talked about this last night. Fear is a robber and a thief, and it will put you in bondage. It will have you in jail from your own purpose. But listen, this is a common thing. You are not the only one who has dealt with this. I want everybody to type in, you are not alone. I got to type this in myself. Type in, you are not alone, because sometimes we think we are. We think that we're the only ones who suffer. We think we're the only ones who have experienced these problems. We think we're the only ones that are questioning who we are. We think we're the only ones who are facing obstacles. We think we're the only ones, but I'm here to tell you today, you are not alone. Type that in. I want to see it. You are not alone, because sometimes some people just need to be encouraged. Some people just need to be, they just need that little word. They need that little push. They need that little boost, because we think it's just about us, but it's not just about us. But here's the thing. You don't have to give in to that nonsense. You don't have to downgrade what you saw. I know it's scary. I know it's big. Because some of these dreams, if that dream don't have you questioning and shaking in your boots, shaking like a leaf, and yes, I'm looking over my glasses. If that dream don't have you shaking like a leaf, you need to go back to sleep. Because
that's right.
Come on, you're missing something, because you should be. Because that lets you know you can't do this by yourself. You can't. Don't downgrade your dream. Here's a quote that said, don't downgrade your dream just to fit your reality, but you need to upgrade your conviction to match your destiny. Come on, people. We have to upgrade our mindset. We have to upgrade our motivation. We have to upgrade our methodology. As a self-employed individual, I had to learn self-discipline. Let me tell you. Even this lady over here, if I can mention her name, she's going to start talking. At 9 o'clock, she says, you should be at your desk now. I can hear her all the way from upstairs. And I'm like, I know. But you know what? If I don't discipline myself to get up and get in the mirror and affirm, I would stay in the bed all day. And there are some days that I don't have to work. There are some days I don't do anything. I am self-employed. So I know what my tasks are. So I will take a day, specifically 1 or 2 days sometimes, and just chill. Yes, I will, because I very rarely get that. But if I don't get up and stay on this computer, and if I'm up late at night trying to get things in order and set things in motion, it's not going to get done. So I had to learn self-discipline, because if I don't do it, it won't get done. And then there's no one to blame but me.
Yeah.
I had to change my entire approach, Annette. And it started, you know where it started? It started right here.
Yeah.
It started with the way I think. Because the way I think is what I'm going to do. Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you won't control what you do. period. And then when you get control of you, you'll keep moving and you'll stay motivated. And in your spirit, you'll begin to tell yourself failure is not an option. I'm telling you what I know. James 1:12 says, blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, he will receive a crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. We have to stand firm, just as this passage says, to remain steadfast under trial, because we are going to face them. We are going to have storms. We are going to suffer persecution. We are going to go through trials and tribulations. No one is immune. But
that's right.
If you really look at it, your good days far outweigh your bad days. But when we get a bad day, we're like, oh, I always. No, you're not. You don't cry every day. Stop. Get off the pity pot. You know, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We have to be persistent. And that's the word I'm going to use tonight. For those of you who know, I like to take a word and deal with it in the transitive and intransitive tense of verbs, particularly, and deal with it intransitively and transitively if it's available. A transitive verb needs an object to make sense, but an intransitive verb makes sense without one. And in this case, persist is only in an intransitive tense. It just makes sense. And that word means to go on resolutely or stubbornly in spite of opposition, let me tell you, inopportunity or warning. You don't care if there's no opportunity, if there's opposition, if you don't have warning, let me tell you something, you're going to continue as if your head is made of cement. Why? Because you know what your God said. Nope, God promised me, God said. And people would think you're crazy. People would think you have lost your mind. Oh, child, I wish she would just give up. Oh, she keeps saying God told her. Oh, and then next thing you know, about 10 years down the line, sometimes 5 months down the line. We don't know God's timing because it is perfect. It's perfect based on the things that we do to prepare ourselves for the purpose and the vision. But the thing is, if you don't persist, you will not see. Because the Bible says, in due season you shall reap if you what?
Faint not.
Come on. Somebody type that in tonight. You shall reap if you what? Say it again, Annette.
Faint not.
Oh, come on. I know you hear me, Grace. I know you hear me, Sharon. I know you hear me, Constance. I know you hear me, Movie. I know you hear me. You shall reap if you faint not. You cannot give up. You have to stay the course. You have to stay in the race. You have to persist. You have to continue. You have to work in a position where you go on resolutely or stubbornly in spite of opposition and opportunity and warning. You're going to keep going no matter what. And that's what we mean. So do not put your dream on a downward scale. When you dream and you have a vision, that is meant to elevate, not to take you downward, but to take you up. So when you're going down or backwards, you are going in the wrong direction. You should see a big old sign that says, do not enter here, or wrong way. Bing, 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 bing. Keep going forward. Keep going up. There's nowhere else to go. And if you fall forward. Just fail forward. Get back up. Why? Because it's just an event. You don't have to wallow in it. Everybody has moments. Everything doesn't work the way we think it ought to. But guess what? The ultimate thing is that you have a promise. And He is a God who has never broken a promise. And for that and that alone, don't downgrade your dreams. That is our transformational topic on tonight. Oh, I love that. So now we can go on to the next phase. But before we do, we have to have our toast. I ain't even checked to see if she had her cup, y'all. Oh, but she got it somewhere. Look at her looking around. She got it somewhere.
I knew I brought it in here. Okay.
Can we talk, Annette? Can we talk? Can we talk about it?
Yup, I got it, child. I am shocked.
I just found out about 4 keys. All right, good people. So we're going to move on to our next phase, but we're so grateful that you are with us. But we're going to pause right now for a word from the heart of the quoteologist, from the quoteologist herself, Annette L. Anderson. We're going to pause for our Annettism, and we'll be right back with the next phase. Don't go anywhere. As a matter of fact, while we're on this, make sure you share it and tell somebody you need to come on. You need to come on. They're about to go into the power tool. So we'll be right back.
They said that it was impossible, but yet possibility knocked on my door, and I answered. They said I would never make it, but I'm still standing in spite of the words that were spoken over my life. They said that opportunities would never come my way, but out of nowhere a window is open, and I felt the fresh wind of life blowing my way. They said I would never go anywhere in life, but each step I've taken has got me closer to my destiny. But in spite of the they said, I am encouraged by what God says. Jeremiah 29:11 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This is Annettism's expression. All right. We all have had a they said, and most of the time we don't know who they were. Mm-hmm. But anyway, well, we're getting ready to move on. We're going to talk about the power tool now. That's one of the things that it can be a little deep. There are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes it just takes a conversation to mend a broken heart or spirit. In some cases, a Band-Aid won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
All right. Last week we talked about Wounded War Soldiers. Part 1, we talked about the battle wounds. And so we're doing part 2 tonight. We're talking about the Wounded War Soldier stories. Part 2, healing from the battles, healing from the battles. Our scars signify we're in a battle. Scars reveal a wound that have been healed. I will give you back your health and your wound, as according to Jeremiah 30:17. Let me just tell you a few things about scars. My scars tell a story of a promise, a purpose, and a testimony, but that story is still in process. Scars reveal that there was once a wound that has since been healed. Scars shows us that we're stronger than the thing that tried to hurt us. Scars prove we are overcomers. Jesus has scars too, and he is the most beautiful overcomer of all time.
Come on now.
Scars serve as a testimony of faith, endurance, and perseverance. Scars can be a trophy if we allow them to be. Some of us just love to show our scar. Some of us live our lives. When somebody says, "How you doing?" "Oh yeah, girl, I'm doing okay, but I'm still trying to heal from what happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago." They don't say it in that way, but it's due to some past experiences. What past experiences, trial, hurtful words of a person is still harmfully affecting your life today? Where do you need the Holy Spirit to come in and speak healing over you? Are we mad at God because of what we've gone through? Have the pain been so terrible that we don't even feel like we can make it? Well, then we also, this is not in my notes, but I'm going to say that oftentimes with wounds, they're trying to heal, but there's a scab, but we begin to pick at it. We say we want to be healed, but we pick at it because sometimes when we got a scar or wound, we can get a certain amount of sympathy. Girl, I know it. I know it's been tough. I know they hurt. Girl, you should have been left him a long time ago. Then you pick it, and then it starts getting where you pick it again, and then again you're trying to get sympathy. Some people live their whole lives from scars that they won't allow to heal.
Come on.
It gives them a trophy. It says, this is what happened to me. But I declared it on this day, we need to become overcomers. Psalms 31:2 said, I will exalt you, Lord, for you lifted me out of the depths and did not let mine enemy gloat over me. And verse 2 said, Lord, my God, I call you for help and you heal me. First thing I want to talk about, we need help. See, because we still carrying that thing. We need help. We need God to come in and help us to overcome. Sometimes, even though it may have been a scar that you can see, but sometimes it's emotional. It's an emotional scar. You can't, whenever you think it's almost over there, you go picking again, saying this happened to me and that happened to me. Jeremiah 17:14 say, heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved, for thou art my praise. Jeremiah said, listen, heal me, Lord. Once you heal me, I know that I've been healed. And once I'm saved, God knows I'm saved. As the Lord begins to heal our wounds, we must allow him to guide us to a lifestyle of forgiveness for our present scars. We must forgive those who hurt us and forgive ourselves for the scars that we inflicted upon ourselves. There have been times that we inflicted scars. We have the need to hold on to those scars. I know for so long in my life, I held on to what I went through with my divorces. I held on to how they treated me. And I often say I married the same man, but different faces, because I was still holding on to scars. But I just want to go through this real quick with you. And some of the things that really we need to get down in our spirit. See, don't make the past your present. We often bring our past hurts into the present moment by giving our thoughts about it too much airtime. So now we're taking that which was past and we're bringing it to our present, which sometimes you can bring something from the past to the present. But this is you bringing hurt, you bringing pain, you bringing stuff that will cause you to be stagnated, that you won't be able to go through life and get ready to go to whatever God have called you to go to. Then some of us, even myself, we rewrite the story you tell yourself. You got to learn how to rewrite the story you tell yourself. If you let your past define you, you're limiting yourself both in who you are and who you can be and what kind of experiences you can have in your future. So what I had to do, I had to rewrite the story I told myself. See, I know what my past said, and I know the story my past tells, but I had to tell myself, I had to rewrite the story that I'm going to tell myself. Now, I'm not going to negate what happened, but I'm going to tell myself I'm an overcomer.
Come on now.
I'm going to tell myself that I can make it. I'm going to tell myself that I'm more than what they say I was. So rewrite your story and begin to tell yourself who you are, not who you were, but who you are and who you will be. And then also we have to be able to shed old identities. Sometimes we get fixated in I was this and I was that. So maybe you need to change your identity. Begin to say, I am this and I shall be that. But we're so busy saying what was. So we have to learn how to shed that old identity and take that off and stop wearing that. We wear that stuff, and sometimes I've known people that when they coming. When you see them, you already know what they're going to say. How you doing? Child, it's been rough. No, baby. Even if my day was horrible and I didn't have the best day today, I still had to learn how to shed that old identity and stop wearing that heartache and that disappointment and that disillusion. We get up in the morning, we dress ourselves and that. We dress ourselves in our scars. We dress ourselves in our hurt and our pain and not learning really how to shed the old identity. And finally, we have to forget forgiveness. Forgiveness of others may happen, but for now, you need to focus on yourself. So what if you never get forgiveness from someone? Maybe they treated you wrong and you're waiting for them to say, I'm sorry. But every now and then you got to forget the forgiveness and begin to concentrate on you. You have to discover in every moment how important it is to really walk in your destiny and walk into those things you've been called to do. So learn how to forget forgiveness. So let me just go over right quick some of the things you need to do. Don't make the past your present. That was the past. This is now. Your past should help you propeller to push you to your present. Rewrite the story you tell yourself. The problem with us, we keep telling ourselves stuff that's not true. We tell ourselves the things what people said, or even the things we think about ourselves. That is why it's so important to get in the Word of God and see what He says about you. Rewrite the story you're telling yourself. Be willing to shed that old identity. That thing don't matter anymore. Yes, you was. Maybe you ran the streets. Maybe you did some things. Maybe you was a liar. Maybe you was a backbiter. Whatever you were, learn to shed that old identity so God can give you your new identity. And then forget forgiveness. You may never get forgiven. They may never say they're sorry. There are people in their graves that can never say they're sorry. So these are just some of the things. I mean, it's so much, but these just are some of the things that we need to do to start healing from the battles, heal those wounds and those scars that causes us to be stagnated and causes us not to go to the next level in life. And Anita, at this time, Anita, I am opening up the floor.
Child, I was about to open the doors of the church. But here's the thing. And it's so, you know what? Because we hold on to the past. It reminds me of the sermon you preached when you talked about when you preached about Joseph and you preached about that coat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And how we will hold on to what's in the pit.
Yeah.
But when we let go of because you can't, a person can't fight by themselves. So if you're constantly bickering and fighting, or if you're constantly picking the scab on the wound, or constantly bringing up this to yourself and reminding yourself of what happened, you will never heal from it.
Never.
You have to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we give the devil way too much credit. I think somebody said something up here earlier. I think it was Connie. She said, "Jesus, can we stop glorifying the devil?" And that stuck with me after I saw her type that in, because we're constantly giving him so much credit over our lives. Well, the devil is busy. Well, child, the devil been attacking me. I'm under attack. I'm going through. I'm blah, 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 blah. And we speak it and speak it and speak it and speak it and speak it, even though we and the scars are authentic. It's real. You went through that. But guess what? You are standing. You survived it. You survived it. So now it's time to get up from out of that place. Stop picking that wound. Let it get some air, and so it'll breathe. It ain't gonna hurt. You ever? I remember I had I hate when I get like a paper cut, or now I have this thing in my fingernail where my fingernail split. I hit it on the counter, and so I filed it down to try and keep it from anything from snagging in it. But then when I went to do my hair, as soon as I rubbed my fingers through my hair, it caught onto that fingernail. Oh my God. And I was like, oh, but you know what? It has to breathe. It has to have air. It has to go through those areas where it's sensitive. It's only sensitive to the touch right now. But in a couple of days, the sensitivity will wear off. It will begin to heal, and a new layer of skin will regenerate over that. And our skin regenerates itself every 2-3 months anyway. So there's new skin coming, and new skin coming, and new skin coming. Eventually, it'll just be a faint mark. And that's how it is with us in what we're dealing with with our wounded soldiers' war stories. We have the battle scars, we have the wounds, but guess what? They've healed. You might have a scar, but that's your testimony.
Yeah.
Don't wallow in that scar and try and make that scar bleed anymore. Leave it alone and move past the scars. Man.
Move past it.
My God. Let's not negotiate that God brought you out. Let's not negate that God brought you out. Exactly.
That's
God
right.
brought you out of it.
You've
been delivered from it. You've been freed from it. Yeah, he hurt you. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, he took you through something. But guess what? You learned what not to do again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, preacher. You learned what not to do again. You learned not to settle again.
Mm-hmm.
You learned not to minimize your value and your worth again. Because guess what? God didn't mean for you to deal with that. A lot of times we walk into that stuff with bifocals on, not with blinders. We have bifocal glasses, and we see everything clearly. Red flags all around, and we go out right past the red flag. We're like, and go right onto the altar. 5 minutes to get them, 5 years to get rid of them. 5 years or longer, 10, 20, 30, 40, however long. But at the end of the day, when you've been delivered from it, you are delivered.
Yes.
Rise up, take up your bed, and walk.
Yes.
That's it, man. She's talking about amen, amen, and amen again. I think we all can relate to those red flags.
Yes.
And we be like this. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take this job. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna become friends with her. She'll be all right. Oh, I'm gonna marry him. He's so sweet to me. You got red flags all over. Keep ignoring them. You keep ignoring them, and then when you fall, you're like, God, why? Oh God, why is this happening? I need you to just look back and just reflect what happened here. Because you had the red flags.
Yeah.
But he's so faithful that he'll still pick you up even out of that.
Yep.
Oh man, that was good. That was good, Annette. I like this. I love the power tool. The power tool is tough. Let me tell you, power tool make you look at yourself. But we got some power tools coming. I can't wait till a couple of them. I can't wait till we get to. I'll be looking every week to go and see what Annette sent me. Okay. I'll be waiting, boy, because there's some stuff I can't wait to get to. And I'm so grateful that you guys are sending these in. Please send in your power tool conversations to us at info@movementworldwide.org. I promise you we'll get to it because we only want them to come from you. Right now, we're having to throw some in, but send them in, info@movementworldwide.org. We want to talk about the things that you want to talk about. When you're going through, just remember to keep going. Don't get stuck. Amen.
That's right. That's right.
First bell of the night. Yeah. The first bell of the night. Yes, yes. Hey, no, Anita didn't put up all these red flags. I see you, Anita. All right, y'all. We're going to move to the next phase of our conversation. We're so grateful for that power tool, those hard to have conversations. But now we're going to pause for a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Listen, there is still time to get your people on here. Call Lottie Dottie and everybody. Send out another text. Send out another couple of DMs. We're going to pause for just about a minute for our commercial break, but we'll be right back with the tea time topics. We got the tea, y'all. We'll be right back with the tea. So just hang in there. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday, starting March 7th, each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
Yes, I love Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics. Okay. So it's time to go into our Tea Time Topics. We do have we always have the tea, but we're gonna start off tonight. We have a few really kind of solemn moments, and we're gonna start off tonight with a couple of solemn moments. My God, today, and I posted the other day that a giant now he has gained his wings. Colin Powell, former Secretary of State, dies of COVID-19 complications. Former U.S. Secretary of State and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff died Monday morning due to complications. His family said in a statement, born April 5th, 1937. Wow, he was 84 years old. He lived a great life in Harlem, New York, to Jamaican immigrants. Powell was a groundbreaking figure in Washington and garnered respect from both sides of the aisle. Powell, the first Black Secretary of State and the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, was fully vaccinated, his family said in a post on his Facebook page. But the thing is, what people are, a lot of people are trying to jump on that and add wings to it. See, he was vaccinated and he died, but he was fighting cancer. He had some other things going on. Plus, he was 84. The vaccine is not, 100%, but, at the end of the day, we don't want anybody to get COVID but especially when you get it and you are fighting other diseases. So our hearts go out to his wife, Alma, and his family. We are greatly grieved by it. He was a giant, let me tell you, in our lifetime. And I'm grateful to have had a Colin Powell in our history. So yes, servanthood epitomized. Exactly. I couldn't have said it any better, Connie. So we salute him, and we offer our prayers and condolences for his family. You want to say anything about Colin Powell in
that? I'm gonna go out to the family. I've seen there have been some negative, but I've seen so many positive comments, especially from people who served in the armed forces. Mm-hmm. So so he's a trailblazer. That's what he was. Mm-hmm. So my condolences.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one before we bring our fellas on. I'm gonna let you take this one.
Okay. This week, I've never even heard of her, Anita. It's sad. The R&B world,
they loved her.
Who did?
My students loved her.
Wow. The R&B world suffered a tough loss. Rising singer Imani, 22, has died, according to what we read in a statement. Imani, 22, was a wonderful individual that literally brightened up any room she was in. And he go on to say, I worked on music with her and helped her put together her last project, which was The Color Red. The way we worked together was effortless. We just understood each other. It hurts so bad to know that that the last time I saw her was the last time I ever see her again. I thought that comment was powerful. The last time I saw her was the last time I ever see her again.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was 22, beautiful, beautiful girl. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened. Nobody said. I don't know if the family released that or not.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a car accident. Was it?
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes, it was. It's a sad loss. Yeah, it's a sad loss. But she had I don't know if it was a car accident. They just say tragic accident. I haven't really looked into anything to really say, but it said a tragic accident that happened this past week, and that was what gosh, and they said they did everything in their power to revive her, and they couldn't. So but I'm telling you, some of my students are, this is a sad day for them. They're very, very moved by her death, but she was so young. I hate when I see a young person lose their life, especially or otherwise, because it's like they have so much future ahead of them, and you would think that they would live to see it, but not everybody's meant to live forever. We pass through this world. Life is a vapor, and only God knows when you are exiting. So there's nothing that takes him by surprise. He always knows. So we just want to extend our thoughts and prayers to the families, and we're going to go on to the next. Okay, guys, we need y'all to bring on. We have a really emotional one, so we're gonna bring on this next one. Come on,
moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
And I know y'all been seeing this today. Oh, this is so crazy because I can remember when I was riding in my car and seeing the SWAT vans on their way to Stoneman Douglas. I've been to that school with Kyle for debate competitions. Nicholas Cruz, the gunman who carried out the massacre of students and faculty members at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in February 2018, pleaded guilty in a Florida courtroom for 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder. Cruz, he's 23 years old, faces a minimum of life imprisonment and maximum of the death penalty, which will be decided by a jury in the upcoming sentencing phase of the trial. The prosecution has said they plan to seek the death penalty. And he responded to each count guilty when each of the 34 charges were read to him. Afterwards, he apologized to the victim in a short speech. I'm going to read his speech because then we're going to discuss it. He said, "I'm very sorry for what I did, and I have to live with it every day. If I were to get a second chance, I will do everything in my power to try to help others," he said. "I'm doing this for you, and I don't care if you do not believe me. And I love you, and I know that you don't believe me, but I have to live with this every day, and it brings me nightmares, and I can't live with myself sometimes, but I try to push through because I know that's what you guys would want me to do. I hate drugs. I believe this country would do better if everyone would stop smoking marijuana and doing all these drugs and causing racism and violence out in the streets." He said, "I'm sorry, I can't even watch TV anymore, and I'm trying my best to maintain my composure, and I just want you to know I'm really sorry, and I hope you give me a chance to try to help others. I believe it's your decision to decide where I go and whether I live or die, not the jury's. I believe it's your decision. I'm sorry." That was his statement. So I watched this statement today, and I got some mixed emotions about this whole thing anyway, but I want to hear your take on it.
Well, at least with him, he has a jury that's going to decide his fate. Those 17 people didn't have that. Right. They didn't get that option. And it's almost like when you read it, it's almost like a little child saying, "I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know where he get talking about. He went from saying something about marijuana, but was he doing drugs? Is that what he trying to say?
I have no idea what he was trying to say.
Yeah. So he already know his fate is sealed. Either way, whether he get life or whether death penalty. My concern really is not for him. My concern is for those 17 families that had to bury their loved ones who didn't get a chance. At least he's able to stand before his peers and let them decide. And he say he can't. Some days he can't hardly sleep. But I tell you what, it's been 3 years. I ain't seen you. I heard about you trying to hang yourself with a sheet. So obviously you're making it through. I feel bad for him. Whatever caused him to make that decision that day. I feel bad for his family. I know his family is limited, but people who knew him, because they're victims too, So it's a bad, there's nothing you could say or do to bring him back, but he know he'll never get out. It's talking about somebody give him, what did he say, another chance? Boy, bye.
Give him a chance to help. He wants a chance to help people.
I would let him help Axel. And that's my goal. Really?
And that's just my heart broke for him and the families. The thing is, here's the thing: when you look at the life, it's like, first of all, he didn't really even have a chance to really figure it out.
No,
he went through some stuff. I can't know what his life was like. I know he was adopted, but it didn't seem like he was adopted by a bad person. The mother obviously loved the child, but he was troubled, and it was overlooked. He was a troubled child, and it was overlooked by the system. And I think they just kept passing it along. And now we have this. She laughing at you saying you wouldn't give him Axel. My heart really does break for those parents, because like you said, their kids didn't have a chance to to even make a plea. Those kids didn't have a chance, and you had no mercy. There was one girl he shot 8 times, 14 years old. So why would you shoot somebody close range like that 8 times? And she's so skinny and fragile. You almost tore her body apart. And so it was just like the most gruesome, ruthless killing spree that we have seen from somebody that age. And you did it all by yourself. And I get it that you may have had some mental issues and stuff like that, but I mean, some of the stuff he said, I was like, I hear you, but then, but those people, let me tell you, they ain't having no mercy. They want the death penalty. Mm-hmm. They want him dead. And that's like, whew, that right in itself can take you for a spin, for people who don't believe in the death penalty. But I do have a little bit, I can empathize with him a little bit because he was a kid. He was still a kid. But it does not excuse what he did at all. I have some empathy for him, but my heart broke for his and the victim's families. Yes. I agree with you, Jassy. It was just like I had some because somebody missed it. And that's why we have to do our part, in society to try and help as much as we can, because we never know. And sometimes we'll see kids, like I've seen kids like him who were like, I thought were borderline. And I'll be like, Lord, have mercy. I hope I'm not stuck in a car or in a room with this kid right here. So I've seen it, but most of the victims he shot multiple times for 14, 15 years. Exactly. They were kids.
What did they do to him?
They were babies. They did nothing to him.
But you know what, too? Even because I worked in with DCF and all, a lot of times it's not always they miss it. It's a lot of times they don't have the funding and they don't have the proper people in place. They have people who barely got out of high school, taking care of these people. No, you need professionals a lot of times. Mm-hmm. And then we when you start cutting programs, what we don't understand is I hear, they need to go back and cut all the program. But when you cut one program, it have a tendency to trickle down and other stuff.
And it cuts multiple programs down underneath it.
And then here go people with these mental issues. A lot of times they take them and put them somewhere in a room, so.
So let me tell you, I'm my heart goes to the families. My heart goes to those victims, and the people who are still scarred by it. And I just pray that God has mercy on his soul. That's all I can say. Mm-hmm. Come on, fellas. We gonna bring on one of Annette friends.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Girl, I saw your eyes roll. I'm gonna let you take him.
Okay. Oh man, that's a decent picture because he always looked like he need to shave and bathe.
January search, honey.
No, because I never seen a man. He wealthy. He looks awful. What is wrong with him? Mm-hmm. Anyway, the January 6th investigators moved to hold Bannon in contempt. The head of the House panel investigating the January 6th Capitol attack announced insurrection. There ain't no Capitol attack. Insurrection. They don't want to say it. I'm saying it. Announced Thursday that they had scheduled a vote to hold former Trump advisor Steve Bannon in contempt of Congress. Yep. So, well, why wouldn't he? But he breaking the law though. I'm trying to figure out I've been trying to figure. First off, he's a crook anyway, and the only reason he walk around not shaved that we could see him is because he was pardoned when he stole all the money, the bill in the wall money.
Yes, he did. He stole it.
He stole the money.
Stole it.
That dog is. I don't know what's wrong with him. Hold on.
Go ahead and see. You need to go see about him. She got to go see about her dog. But yes, the thing is, and I want to circle back to something you said, Jassy. You said that we have praised spirits off of some of these kids and we have definitely done that. And you called your boy Bannon the devil's spawn. You know what? At the end of the day, I've heard Annette say something repeatedly. She has said this on many occasions. I know she said it to me privately, and I know she said it on here too. She has said, we might not think that these people are going to get theirs, but God is not mocked. He has no respect of persons. That which a man soweth shall he also reap. Their days are coming. They may think that they're getting away. And when I look at him, honestly, when I look at this picture, I don't see just a person who wants to look scruffy. I see a person who's looking scruffy because it's a reflection of who he is and what he has done from the inside. Yes, he is a narcissist, Elena. I see I see this situation. When I look at this person, I see a person who is on the verge of a break. And somewhere along the lines in his mind, he knows that he's on borrowed time. Not just necessarily talking about his life, but talking about on borrowed time for getting away with the foolishness. You can't continue. I was just telling them, Annette, how you always say that, we might not see it, but you always say, but mark my word, they're going to pay. God's going to get these people for some of the stuff that they've done. Hold everyone that is attempting to circumvent justice is in this situation responsible for the action. Exactly. But the thing is, these people have been running and holding on to Trump's coattail. But guess what? What's going to happen when he trip and fall? Because the bigger the giant is, the harder they fall. All of them look mean, unhappy, and sick. You are so right. You are so right. But you know what? I can't stand him. And I give him a thumb. I hope they really go after him with every bit of power that they have, because I am sick of watching these people get away with it. And every time I think about it, I think about Annette, who says, don't worry, mark my word, mark my word. Right. And you keep saying it. I was saying, when I look at his picture, I see a person who is looking scruffy because he is on the verge of a breakdown. It is coming. Let me tell you, God is. My cousin wrote a song, and in her song, she was talking about. I think it was in After the Pain, but she said, "God's eyes, they're not closed. Mm-hmm. He is not asleep. He's watching every move you make, every secret you keep." And she said, "Boy, you better be careful." She meant that thing. So you have to be careful. Yes, they all fall down, Sandy. They all fall down. We may not see it happen with our eyes, but whatever a man sows, he will reap. You better preach Annette's baby girl right there.
Right.
We might not see it with our eyes. But listen, just because we don't see it the way we think it's supposed to happen doesn't mean God ain't doing it. It's happening in ways that we probably won't see because it's not for us to see, but it's for them to feel. That's what it's about. Come on, fellas. Let's get off Annette, friend.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
That's a mess right there. Oh, but this is a good one. I don't know if you want to take this, or let me take this one, I guess, because of the name. I don't know if you want to. I don't even know if I can say the name.
I'll try to take it. I'll take it.
Okay, hold on. I was he's upset because he knows when he dies, he's turning black. Oh, Jesse Carrot, girl.
You know what? Well, hey, I thought, I tell you, Jesse, I thought orange was a new black.
You know what? And that you got to get one.
I couldn't resist.
Orange is the new black. Y'all a trip tonight. All right. Okay, then I'm gonna put your slide up. Hold on.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay. A federal judge who has strongly criticized the January 6th insurrection and handed down prison time to some convicted rioters is set to hear former president, only term, President Donald Trump. Sorry,
term, twice impeached.
Whatever. The orange man. Okay, the President Donald Trump challenged to host I'm sorry. This is what I get for messing with Donald Trump. President Donald Trump's challenge to a House subpoena of records from his time in the office related to the siege. Oh man. Okay, Judge Tanya C was assigned to hear Trump's suit, which lawyers for the former president filed on Monday. He always suing. The case represented an early challenge for the bipartisan House Select Committee investigating the insurrection, with lawyers for Trump now having to convene Judge C, that's what I'm gonna call her, to block the House from getting access to I don't know the word is what does that mean? TRANC. Trump era records. In other words, they trying to get Trump business, okay? Which the Biden administration declined last week to exert executive privilege over prompting the Trump lawsuit. Did he really think that? Man, did you really think that Biden? I would have went to the White House and had a little told Biden, look, He don't get executive. He don't get executive nothing.
No.
But anyway,
it's been over. And you have done so much now. Now all the stuff is coming. There's so much that's coming out.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you, what's done in the dark will come to light. That is the bottom line. But also, it's funny how when I think about how him, Mitch McConnell was just bragging about how, he was changing the trajectory of the whole world by appointing their judges in places. All that judge appointing, all that stuff you did, you still couldn't get those judges to overturn the election. And all that foolishness that you did and the insurrection that you incited, all of that, you end up in front of a sister who was appointed by Barack Obama. I salute her. Get him. And she probably looking at him come in her mind. She probably like this. Because she's appointed with his case. Go ahead, sister. All right, fellas, come on. We got a few more, y'all.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Yes. I was praying for him. I know it's tough. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton remained in a California hospital on Friday where he was recovering from a non-coronavirus infection 3 days after he was admitted. Of course, everybody will say, ooh, he got COVID. That's what everybody say about everything now. The 75-year-old who left office in 2001 entered the University of California Urban Medical Center on Tuesday evening for the infection, according to his spokesperson, Angel Urena. Clinton is on the mend, is what she says. Of course, I'm very familiar with those infections when you are up in age. Because my mom's doctors always have us to do stuff with her, to hold out her hands, to touch her nose, to show you her teeth, to do little things. Sometimes when you have an infection in your blood, you can't do some of those things. So I'm sure, and those infections in the blood can be very deadly. So you have to be careful. But elderly people often get them. Nothing is hidden that God will. I'm like, come on, preacher. So so our thoughts and prayers go out to him. And no matter what they have thrown at this man, he has kept on standing. I love me some Bill Clinton.
Me too.
I love me some Bill Clinton. It's like, whatever, play with it. And he just speaks just as calm and cool as a cucumber. When I saw him walking out of the hospital, he was just as cool. He was stopping and waving. I was like, he still got it. Go ahead, Bill. And Hillary right there by his side, holding him up because he's probably just as frail and fragile. But we want to continue to lift him up in prayer. So we're going to go on to the next one. You want to say something about Bill?
Oh, I'm just happy. I think him and Trump the same age. That's all I got to say. They both 75. They both old.
I had to stop my water from going all over the screen. Oh my God. You are the woman of one-liners. He's not sick. He just wanted a break from Hillary. I bet he enjoyed those sponge baths. You know what? I ain't with you. Y'all know the movers be cutting up on here. Ooh, my goodness, Jazz. See, girl, you a trip. Let me take that off. Oh my God, that was funny. Come on.
Moving. We keep it moving.
I'm still laughing. That was funny. All right, Annette, I'm gonna put your thing up. That was
okay. Trailblazer female firefighter files lawsuit after this was in Florida. After Florida City's mural depicts her as a white woman. Now, do she look white, y'all?
At all.
The black fire chief also portrayed as a white man. Wait a minute. Demonstrated disrespect. The first black assistant deputy fire chief of Boynton Beach, Florida, Latasha Clemens, has filed a lawsuit against the city claiming defamation and negligence after she was inaccurately portrayed on a public mural aimed at honoring the city firefighters and rescue workers. Now a meeting is set to take place to address her suit. Clement filed a suit back in April after she was portrayed as a white woman on the massive artwork. The Daily Beast reported One of the main photos using the mural featured 3 female Boynton Beach firefighters, and so Miss Latasha, she white. She, yeah, her picture white up there. They didn't. Yeah. Now, okay, I probably would give them some leeway. You've been lighter skin, but she's obviously dark skin. You know that obviously.
I mean, you can't mistake her for nothing but a black woman.
A black woman, but they got her. I wish we had the picture, but they got her girlfriend on that mural. She white. So,
I know, but you know what? Here's the thing. What aggravates me is how oftentimes people will, you know, when they want to depict something, as far as, you know, like, okay, so now we know, of course, obviously she's a black woman, right? She's a black woman.
Yeah.
But when you look at the mural, I'm actually pulling a picture. When you look at the mural, I think one of the things about it is that it's done in a sense where it's almost like faceless of her. Which in one, you know, on one end of the pole, it's like, okay, so are you trying to say that you don't want to show that she is even a person? Because her face on the picture, on the mural, is kind of muted. It's kind of like muted out, I think. So when I looked at the photo, I was gonna pull it, but again, you know, they have it locked. When I looked at the photo, I was just trying to pull it again. When I looked at the photo, I saw like the faces of the other two. You could see their features, but on hers, it was whited out. I'm gonna try and pull it before we get to the end, but it was whited out, and it's really sad. But you know, I don't blame her, because at the end of the day, this lady has worked hard for her career. And how dare you go and deface her like that, and by portraying her as something that she is not. She is a beautiful black woman, a beautiful sister who has worked hard for what she has accomplished. How dare you? That's foolish. And I'm so sick of, you know, of seeing stuff like this. I think I got it. I'm so sick of seeing stuff like this. It makes me sick to my stomach. Somebody made a comment. First, if you have eyes, she's black. Second, her name is Latoya. Amen. If you can see, she is a sister. Secondly, her name is Latoya. Clearly, she is a sister. So, but you know, I don't know why it is that, you know, a lot of times, you know, this is what the kind of stuff they used to do back in history. You know, back in history, back in the day, where people would not be painted as who they were. In the history books and stuff like that, you would see people painted or portrayed as white people in all kinds of things, like murals, textbooks, like Cleopatra. Clearly, you know, we know from history that Cleopatra was black. But all of the years that I was in school, did you ever think that Cleopatra was black? I know I didn't. I didn't think she was black. I didn't learn that until I was well up into my college years. And I'm like, what? She was black? But that's what happens. Oftentimes, you know, our stuff is just kicked out. We don't get the acknowledgement. We don't get we don't get the accolades. We don't get the attention. We just boot it out as if, you know, what we've experienced or who we are or what we have done does not matter. So, man, I'm gonna get off of that because I'm about to get mad all over again. We're gonna keep moving. Come on, fellas. I'm gonna let you get the other one so I can pull that photo.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All right. Okay. Wow. Up to 1,000 remains, including those of enslaved Africans, lay beneath a Staten Island parking lot, to the shock of the local residents. And they go on to say, it breaks my heart. A Staten Island parking lot is drawing attention for being the final resting place for what is estimated to be up to 1,000 Black people. At first glance, the New York Borough parking lot looks normal. There's a Metro store, a 7-Eleven, and other businesses sitting on the corner of the Forest and Livermore Avenue. But as is often the case, the most interesting story of the plot of land lies a few feet beneath the surface. According to historians, the lot is the location of the only Black burial ground on the Long Island North Shore from the 1850s to the early 20th century.
Wow.
And is a final resting place for generations of Black people, a fact that is not hidden, but one that many locals are still surprised to learn. And what they did is just remove the headstones. That's all they did. Yeah. When I did a little, and people know, but it was people with money could do that. So there are people, there are graves, thousands of people buried in New York State, in Staten
Island.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even matter that these were people. This is where their resting place was.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what you thought about people, but those people built this country. That is an awful thing.
Well, that's because we was never considered but a percentage. You know, Black folks, we weren't 100% whatever. I forgot what the percentage is. Even when you read the Constitution and all that stuff, it just, that's why I understand people when they they can't. No, they don't, because they some still think that, and half of them got a walk around with 2 teeth, but they still think they're better than you, and I got all mine. So
they walk around with how many teeth?
2. And they still think they're better, and I don't understand that.
And they said they walking around with 2 teeth. It's just a shame that there are so many burial grounds desecrated and belong to our people of color. Yes, that's true. Listen, I have the photo for y'all to see now. Look at that. Now look at her in the photo and see the lady.
Oh, come on. I'm glad they thought they were gonna get away with that. I'm glad she sued.
And see how the other lady, you could actually even see her and see that it's her. But on Latoya,
like Natasha,
you can't even see that it's a person. It's so muddy and murky that her features are not even defined in the mural. That's ridiculous.
Girl, it looked like a dude.
And it does look like a dude. Ridiculous. And I'm a womp it. That's ridiculous. I'm so sick of them people being treated like that. Large parts of Coral Gables, Overtown, Brickell, and downtown Miami have Black generations under it. I believe it. I believe that, I believe, Jackson Carrot, I believe that there's so much like under the surface of this country that have been, of course, we know bodies had to go somewhere. There's so much, all of the massacres that happened, like Rosewood, there were people buried in the Tulsa massacre that they're still looking for the grave to find out where those bodies went. They're somewhere, they're underneath these platforms, these buildings. But you know what? Let me tell you something. I told y'all earlier, God's eyes are not closed. He's not asleep. He has seen everything, and that's why people are going to have to pay. It's the Bible, it's word. You will reap what you sow, and you might have sown some seeds that your generations, years after are going to reap, and that's what happens. So I'm just like, man, this is some foolishness, but we're going to keep it moving. We only have a couple more. Hang in there, y'all.
Moving. We keep it moving.
This madness right here. See, this is the kind of stuff that happens. This is the kind of stuff that happens that gets swept under the rug. A man from Boogaloo Boys from Texas admitted in court that he had traveled to Minneapolis after George Floyd's death and fired 13 bullets at a police station building to sow chaos. Ivan Harrison Hunter, 24, admitted he traveled from San Antonio to Minneapolis and did this. And here's the thing. They were blaming, of course, they've been blaming Black Lives Matter for everything. Oh, it's Black Lives Matter. Oh, it's the Antifa. It's this, that, and the other. He's a self-proclaimed member of the Boogaloo Boys, a far-right anti-government extremist group. He was charged with participating in the riot in October 2020 and faces a maximum of 5 years in prison. It's about God doggone time. But you know what? It's so much of that went on, and some of those people did not get caught. But guess what? You got caught. Boom, y'all, and I don't feel sorry for you at all. Your thoughts on it?
Oh, yeah, he got just what he deserved. And I'm so glad. And then one of the things they don't like to talk about, they just want to make it Black Lives Matter look this terrible group. They were saying a lot of the people that were arrested, they were not locals. They had come from other places, and they came there to, opportunists. And, it's just like the school system. A lot of those people who run around with holding the sign about not getting vaccine. And I was reading this, a lot of them don't have kids in school and they don't live in that area. And you have people who will they catch on to something and they running with it. And
foolishness. Come on, fella.
Moving. We keep it moving.
I'm gonna take this one in there because I'm gonna let you do your last one. Okay. Oh, what's love got to do? Got to do with it. I wish y'all could see her. Singer and living legend Tina Turner has sold her music catalog to BMG. The catalog contains 60 years worth of music, including hits like Private Dance, I'm Your Private Dancer, and What's Love Got to Do with It. Tina has sold more than 100 million records over her impressive career. The sale of the catalog means that BMG now owns the rights to Turner's shares of her past recordings. The international music publisher also owns the rights to the singer's name and image. Warner Music will remain Turner's record label, and BMG is now a partner in her music ventures. The deal was reportedly worth $50 million.
Yeah.
$50 million.
That's a lot. But Anita, I read, I can't remember who it was. I read somebody said, oh, they felt like she sold herself short. No, she didn't. Number one, the lady about 80, she's not gonna live that long to spend $50 million. Really? I wish I had something to sell. $50 million. Wow. I guess she's not going to tour anymore. She's gotten older, health issues. Listen, I thought that was amazing. 50 million. That's 50 million. But some people say, oh, that she shouldn't have. She sold herself short. No. She getting stuff in order when she leave this world, her music will go on and ain't nobody got to fight about who gonna get it. It's already taken care of. Because I don't think she don't, her one child died, so hey, I applaud her. I applaud her.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, of course, I know that she did not have a situation in her family to leave that to. And that's the one sad thing is that I think she had 2 biological sons with Ike, and then her kids were, those kids, the kids that she raised. Oh God, there's a story there. I don't know it. I'll try to get into it, but she does not have, like, when you think about her family, who is there besides her, the kid, the one kid, because the other one committed suicide. So she's got one biological son, and then she's got the ones that she raised, but according to, news, she hasn't spoken to them in years. And like in some cases decades, but they were on drugs. But I knew from one article I read that she was paying for their apartment, but that was it. She was paying for them to have a place to live, but they were heavily on drugs. So, but listen, she did not sell her soul, honey. She did what she needed to do to set up whatever legacy, wherever she's leaving this money, wherever she's going to whatever charities or whatever. She was already a wealthy woman. $50 million ain't no little bit of money, and her music will live on in the hands of BMG. People will forever know who she is. That's the thing; they will forever know who she is because she sold her catalog to a label. She's already wealthy. Unfortunately, with the current music industry, she would not make that amount. No, she wouldn't. Not even royalties or anything else, because the industry it sucks now. But then this will keep her legacy alive, because in the wrong hands, that stuff could be a mess. And
I think it's amazing. 60 years? Who can say that?
Girl, that's a long time.
That's a long time to be relevant even now. People coming up being born now, 20, they know who this woman is.
We applaud you, Tina, girl.
Yeah, girl.
What's love got to do?
I need to do a little research. I may be a little kid. I'm sure.
Love but a second-hand emotion. Doing that. What's love got to do? Got to do.
Come on. Yes.
I see you, Annette. Get that groove on. Come on, fellas. Annette, she up in here dancing. She dancing.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All right, this is the last one. This is Annette's favorite one. Her why moment.
This is my why moment. Okay. We all have our why moment. Listen, more than 90 rattlesnakes found on the California home.
God.
More than 90 were found on the California home, according to Reptile Rescue Group. The post from the Sonoma County Reptile Rescue, which included pictures of snakes in clusters, said the final count of the creatures was 59 babies and 22 adults. Okay. Al Wolf, the man who responded to the house, returned to check the resident twice, according to the press in Santa Rosa. He found 11 more rattlesnakes, describing them as fairly mellow in nature.
Mellow.
But I'm trying to think, okay, so what that mean?
A mellow snake?
So now, me personally, if that was my house, I would not be able to live there. I would not be able. 90 rattles, and they're clusters.
I couldn't live there another day.
No.
I would have the heebie-jeebies, but you know, they're very, very prominent out there in Los Angeles, and they keep staying up there in those mountains. That's where they at. They chilling up there, and y'all go up there and build on the stilts, and they go and find them little cubby holes underneath the house.
Yes.
And 90 rattlesnakes. That's a lot of snakes.
22 adults.
And
59 babies. And then they went back and found 11 more. See, I would know. I don't know. I don't even know what led to it. I guess maybe the owner saw the snakes. They didn't say what led to it. I
don't want to see one snake.
Me either. And they rattle. These are rattlesnakes, so they are poisonous. There are some snakes they say not poisonous.
Rattlesnakes are definitely.
But rattlesnakes, listen, Lord have mercy. So they just chilling under the house. Just chilling. So I'm like, why?
And killing and having chilling.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, why?
Like, y'all ain't got no TV?
That put me in mind of snakes on the plane. Oh, I know.
My God. All right, Annette, you and your wild moments. Woo, that was good. That's a crazy one though. But that's not something I would. If that happened to me, just like somebody said they had a beehive, a humongous beehive under their swing set for their children. And it was so much honeycomb underneath it. It was like piles and piles and piles. I'm like, I would, that thing would have been bulldozed to the ground. She said she did. She got rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
God.
No way.
All right, good people. We've come to the end. I'm so glad we had this time together. So glad y'all joined us tonight. As always, our movers and shakers. But we've come to the end. We've concluded our show for tonight. And we thank you guys for hanging in there with us. Y'all just love us. Y'all love us so much. Yeah. Before you leave, make sure you hit that like button on the video you're watching. Make sure you click that arrow and share. And make sure you subscribe. Remember, you can also sow a seed at Cash App, $ Movement Worldwide, or become a patron by going to our website, clicking the patron button, and going to patreon.com, setting your amount and sowing a monthly seed that we ask for $12 a month. That's 46 a day, or whatever the amount you choose. But whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. But what's more important to us is that you have stopped by here tonight and joined us for this wonderful discussion that we've had. So we appreciate y'all so much. Remember to email us. You can email us at info@movementworldwide.org. And I'm going to give the rundown before Annette gives her comments. Okay, so we start out our week with TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, where we take flight and soar. That's speak, orate, articulate, and reverberates. I have to find me something new every week. So that's Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. live on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. And then on Wednesday nights, we are right back here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. with Can We Talk, with our transformational topic, those idioms and phrases that help you think, with our power tool, that hard to have conversation, and with our tea time topics. Yes. Cup of tea. We keep it light, but we keep it real. And then on Friday nights, we are on Clubhouse. Yes, we are. a lot of y'all still not on Clubhouse, but we're going to help you, because if you want to join us, all you have to do is text the word movers to 474747, and you will get a link that will take you right on into Clubhouse. Listen, you want to join that conversation when God calls. And we're also on Clubhouse every first and third Saturday. We've joined with Moselle Mason with a collaboration to pray through the pandemic. We're praying on all different topics. And then on Sunday, where we have our Power Walk Sunday, that's a time that we're serious and we're really getting down in the word. With Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your destiny with God, into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, somebody say, always a word for you. So you can join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. And that, you want to say anything before we leave?
Yeah, I just want to thank y'all for coming on every week. We are just so excited about this opportunity to really share with you, because we regardless of what happens during our day, we like, it's Wednesday, let's roll. So thank you so much, and bring somebody with you next week.
Yes, bring somebody. You guys are our movers. We love y'all and appreciate y'all so much. You guys could have gone anywhere else with your time, but you decided to stop by here and hang out with your co-hosts, Annette and Anita. So again, thank you. We appreciate you, and we'll be back. There's always something going on. Connect with us, vibe with us, come and sit with us, come chat with us. We just invite you. We love y'all. Much love. So, but we got to go now, y'all. Love y'all, but be safe. Enjoy your week, and all that good stuff. Stay prayerful. And Annette is showing y'all the heart, y'all. Love y'all.
That's my heart. Love
good night,
y'all.
everybody.
Bye.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday, starting March 7th, each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orate It, Articulate It, and Reverberate It. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.